Hello glorious capsuleers, and welcome to another edition of EVE Pulse, where we give you all the latest information about what's going on in New Eden. We've had a little bit of a break over the summer while we've been enjoying the 3 days of good weather that we get here in Iceland, but now as we head into the fall, we're ready to start talking about internet spaceships again and what's going on in EVE Online. This Tuesday saw the deployment of the August release, our second light summer release before we head into the fall. A big part of this release was more changes to the war deck system that see the end of non-mutual wars that don't have a war headquarters. Any remaining wars that fit into this category of not having a war headquarters will be finishing soon, so if you have any spaceship violence that you want to conclude, make sure that you do it within the coming days. The August release also brought with it a host of UI, graphical and gameplay fixes that are all available, fully listed in detail in the EVE Online patch notes. So head on over to the website if you want to take a look at these changes in more detail. Next week we'll see the start of GM Week once again, which debuted last year and saw all kinds of fun and shenanigans from the customer support team here at CCP. Here's a little bit more information now from our GM team about what you can expect over the course of the next 7 days.
Hey, GM Ice Cream here. Now, if you remember, last year we hosted an event called GM Week, and it proved so popular that we decided to make it an annual thing. So let's see what we have in store. GMs and ISDs will be joining Bjornby for a roam throughout New Eden. Now, I dare you to try and blow us up, because we'll be having a little bit of Plex and some goodies in our cargo hold, so maybe, just maybe, the Loot Fairy will say yes. Roses are red, violets are blue. You'll get a chance to submit a haiku. You have the chance to name a vanity item that may just end up in New Eden. Last year, the Reddit AMA proved to be a smashing success, and so we're doing it again. You get to ask any question you want of the GM department, and we will do our best to answer it. On top of that, one of you can win a chance to name one of the meeting rooms in our new headquarters building that we'll be moving to very soon. We're also going to have a t-shirt design contest where one of you can win a chance to have your t-shirt misspelled as well. But wait, there's more. Backed by popular demand. That's right, it's Whack-A-Bot. You guys are going to get the chance to destroy a capital ship in high sec. Those are some juicy kill myths. So keep an eye out on the news and social media. This is GM Ice Cream, signing out.
In terms of other stuff that's currently ongoing in New Eden, we also have the nullsec local blackout that's currently still in force. It's made for some really interesting metrics and some really interesting changes in player behaviour, and a lot of that's going to be reflected in the next monthly economic report. Alongside that, we're also switching the quarterly security report to be a monthly security and botting report, and this will be released alongside the MER so that you can see all the details about what we're doing in terms of RMT and botting and trying to combat all the nasty side of things that goes on in New Eden. The next stop on the EVE Invasion World Tour is FanFest Home. It's going to be in Finland. It's going to be in a cabin in the middle of the forest in a place that no one can pronounce, and we're going to take an entire FanFest and cram it all into one living room for a lucky guy who won a contest last year. We don't really know what to expect, and we're sure it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, but you're going to have to join us for the ride and see what happens. So be sure to tune into all our social media channels to find out more about the crazy stuff that's going to be going on in the middle of Finland, in the middle of nowhere, in a cabin in the woods. After Finland, we don't slow down. The EVE Invasion World Tour continues, and next we'll be heading to Germany, to Berlin for G-Fleet. This will be taking place on the 13th and 14th of September, right in the centre of Berlin, where we'll have presentations, we'll have roundtables, and we'll have probably a beer or two given that it's Germany. So be sure that if you haven't got tickets already, you go and you head over to the EVE Invasion World Tour website and pick them up as soon as you can, because it's going to be awesome. Tickets are also on sale for EVE Vegas 2019. This is going to be an amazing weekend of spaceship madness. We've got presentations, we've got roundtables, and of course we've got the headline party at Caesars Palace Omnia nightclub. The event itself is taking place at the Flamingo Hotel and Casino right on the Las Vegas Strip, and it's going to be an amazing 3 days. So if you haven't already got your tickets and you want to come along, make sure that you head to the EVE Invasion World Tour website as soon as you can and pick them up. EVE Vegas is an event that is sold out every year, so you don't want to be left disappointed, and this is going to be a hell of a show. And last but not least, we've got something pretty epic coming up this Sunday. As you may know, back in March we announced a partnership with an awesome tech startup in London called Hadean, who are working on a revolutionary new engine called the Aether engine. It's designed around a lot of the challenges that EVE faces, putting thousands, even tens of thousands of people in a single environment all playing the same game together at the same time. Hadean and CCP hosted the first mass test of this engine at GDC 2019, which resulted in 3,852 players from across the globe joining a host of AI players to stress test the Aether engine as hard as they possibly could. The result was that those who took part fired more than 14.7 million torpedoes and destroyed an astonishing 88,900 ships over the course of around an hour of playtesting. The peak concurrent battlefield population was 10,412 pilots, including AI pilots as well, of course. This weekend, we're looking to go one better with EVE Aether Wars Phase 2. The playtest is going to take place in an abyssal dead space pocket that's packed with resources, and players are going to be pitched against each other to see who can kill the most ships, and of course, who can collect the most resources over the period of the playtest. And of course, for the victors, there'll be prizes too. Every pilot who takes part in Phase 2 will receive a souvenir skin pack for a selection of Guristas hulls in-game, and every pilot who takes part will also be entered into a prize draw to win a trip for two to EVE Vegas 2019 to join in the celebrations on the EVE Invasion World Tour. Our friends over at Corsair have also decided to join in the fun too, and they'll be awarding the pilot who tops the leaderboard during the playtest a pretty kick-ass prize. The person who makes the top of the leaderboard will win an amazing high-end Corsair One gaming PC worth more than $2,500, so be sure to take part if you want a chance to win one of these awesome prizes. EVE Aether Wars Phase 2 takes place this weekend on Sunday, August the 18th, and we want you to help us stress test the Aether engine as hard as possible. Keep an eye on your inbox, because everyone who's signed up will receive an email that's going to detail how you can download, install and get involved in the playtest. This email is also going to include important information on all the contests we've just mentioned too, including what criteria you'll need to meet to be able to be included in each prize draw. That's all we've got time for on this edition of EVE Pulse, but be sure to subscribe with the button down there, because as we roll towards the winter, we're going to have a lot more information about what's coming up for EVE Online. We'll see you in space. Up on the even... Shenanigans, tongue twisted. Patch. Oh, fuck. I'll go again. One of our light, not another one. Okay. Sure, I'm all smooth and stuff. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, okay. The event itself is taking part. I can start. Why can't I say it? Make sure. What's the date on Sunday? Shit. Okay, I've got this.